7 minutes gone, Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0, and the cop shouts, "We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league." Lukic's long clearance comes off the knees of Alan Smith. McMahon clears it. O'Leary helps it back into the Liverpool half. Rocastle is there, and the referee spots what Rocastle no doubt told him about as well verbally, namely that Whelan's right foot was a little bit high, and it's a free kick to Arsenal. About 10 yards short of the Liverpool penalty area. A bit far out, I would have thought, for any dramatic shooting, but Winterburn has teed up the ball anyway, and he's the man who can hit them. Richardson is in attendance as well. Just two men in the Liverpool wall. Winterburn sweeps it left foot into the area. Smith with a header into the net. Liverpool appeal for a foul against Alan Smith, but not so. The goal stands, and Arsenal's league championship hopes very much alive. 8 minutes gone in the second half. Winterburn's free kick. Smith's 25th goal of the season. It's Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1.
Well, it looked all right to me. The referee's running over to the linesman, but I really couldn't see it. He seemed to ghost in, and he put the ball into the net. It was a glancing header, and the ball's gone into the corner of the goal. The referee gave a goal. It looked fair enough to me. Whether I've missed anything, I don't know. There's a long dispute now between the referee and the linesman. But if it does allow it to stand, it was a totally different game.
Now, well, if we just wait? Well, I mean, there are enough players in attendance too. Even Liverpool now trying to shepherd the Arsenal players away. I think Liverpool's players must be feeling the arguments going their way. But no, it isn't. The goal stands. And weren't we thinking in the first half how an Arsenal goal could change the whole course of this championship? Whelan is still arguing with the linesman. Dalglish is down there too, talking to the linesman. But play is underway once more, and the fact is, the score is Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1.
Enormous pressure on Liverpool now. It watches the last 3 minutes of this game here at Anfield. The championship is still at stake. Long throw by Arsenal. The header will come in, and a chance there possibly for Hayes. Can't get the shot in though. Ball is cleared by Liverpool, and cleared anywhere now. It goes a long way inside the Arsenal half. And Kevin Richardson's gone back a long way deep. Square to Thomas. Thomas pumps the ball forward again. Edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Hayes is there inside the area. Ablett's there too, as Adams comes roaring in. And Grobbelaar comes off his line. Little bit of overreaction there by one or two of the Liverpool players. Grobbelaar quite happy about the challenge from Adams. And bowls the ball out to Barnes on the far side down the Liverpool left. He plays the ball forward to Aldridge. Aldridge holds it 10 yards inside the Arsenal half, cuts it through, and Baines is a good 3 yards offside. And we now have 2 minutes and 6 seconds of this match remaining.
Yes, Liverpool just can't put an attack together at all. It's amazing, really, you know, how well they've played recently. I said I wonder if the fatigue would creep into it, but I don't think it has. I think it's just Arsenal, you know, getting the goal, feeling full of themselves, and, you know, putting the pressure on them. But
here's Beardsley looking for a quick break now for Liverpool. Plays it through the gap, and Aldridge is onside, and Lukic comes off his line and falls on the ball. And I'm told 41,783 people are here tonight, and they've been loving every second of it. There's no doubt about that. And we now, by my watch, have 1 minute and 40 seconds of the season remaining. And Arsenal still going forward for that second goal. But they've been awarded, or Liverpool have been awarded a free kick. Penny Groves comes over to ask the linesman what it was for, which is totally unnecessary. And we've got Kevin Richardson still down on the ground just outside his own penalty area.
Yes, I think he's pulled it with cramp, I think it was. I'm not quite sure. He seemed to stop very quickly when the play had come away from the Arsenal penalty area. I would have thought it's cramp or he's got a pull. I can't pull muscle. It's one or the other. But somehow he's got to get on his feet, really. You know, time's running out.
Yes, because George Graham has used both his substitutes, Martin Hayes and Perry Groves, so if Richardson can stand on one leg, it may be enough. But we're in the last minute now. I'm quite certain that David Hutchinson will add a little time on here, because we have had two fairly lengthy stoppages, one to McMahon and now this one to Kevin Richardson. And he's still having great difficulty in getting back on his feet. He clearly is in some pain there, so it's clearly time will be added on now. But it may still go down as being Liverpool's perhaps greatest season of a great club if they can win the double for the second time in 3 years. after all the dreadful things that have happened to them, of course, in the last month. But Arsenal have given the lot, and should they fail here tonight, they've failed in the grand manner, Jimmy.
Yes, they have. They have. And this long injury, to Richardson's one of the worst things that could have happened to Arsenal, not just because Richardson's injured, because he's got cramp, because it stopped the momentum. The momentum was going. Just gives Liverpool a bit of breathing space to have a bit of a talk between themselves now, get it settled down again. Arsenal's got to pick it all up again now, with running out of time as well.
Well, by my watch, we are now actually in injury time. But I'm sure a little bit will be added on as the ball is touched back to Grobbelaar, and there will be a great crescendo in the last few seconds, I'm certain, from both sets of supporters. As the ball again is played deep inside the Arsenal half, bounces high. Underneath it is Steve Nicol for Liverpool. To Barnes of Liverpool. To Beardsley, but he couldn't get hold of it. Adams is there. Barnes beats Adams. Barnes just outside the Arsenal penalty area, drags the ball away from Adams. Barnes is still there, and he can't get round Richardson, who's recovered, or he's still limping though quite heavily, and recovered enough at least to play it back to Lukic. Out it goes to Lee Dixon. Long ball from Lee Dixon. Smith will hold it up, plays it square to Thomas, and Thomas goes inside Nicol, and Thomas is there, and Thomas has scored for Arsenal in injury time. Michael Thomas has scored for Arsenal. A ball played through the gap. Thomas was there. He held off two challenges, kept his head. By my watch, we are a minute and a half into injury time, and Michael Thomas may have won the championship for Arsenal.
Well, it was a tremendous goal, really. Lovely. They worked it all the way from the right back position, all the way back from Dixon. Up one pass, and suddenly Liverpool's central defenders were nowhere. Thomas ran between them. I thought he wasn't going to get it at first, but he got it. 2 touches, kept his head, just managed to get it over Grobbelaar.
As Liverpool now must go in the last, what must be no more than the last few seconds. They're going forward. A cross comes in from Rolly Whelan inside the Arsenal penalty area. And there's Thomas, the hero of the hour, back there as a defender this time to play it back to Lukic. By our watch, we are 2.5 minutes into injury time. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 2. Who would have thought it? Long clearance from Lukic. Drops just outside the Liverpool penalty area. Nicol comes roaring after it. Groves comes at him too. Nicol comes away into space. And Nicol will load it. And that's the whistle. And Arsenal have won the championship here at Anfield. Certainly in the grand manner. They had to win by 2 clear goals. And they've done it. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 2, and Arsenal win the championship for the first time since 1971, when their manager George Graham helped them to the double. And some of the Liverpool players sink to their knees. John Barnes sits down, and they can't believe it. But they've had a wonderful season, Liverpool. And tonight, Arsenal came here, and frankly, Jimmy, did almost the impossible.
Well, I really didn't think they could do it. I really didn't think, BBC paid me to be a football expert, and sure enough, I didn't think they could do it. But they did do, and I did say, though, that I felt at half-time if they could get a goal, it would put pressure on Liverpool, and sure enough, it did.
So in the centre circle at the moment then, the Arsenal players now move into that centre circle. On the halfway line, we've got a table and a blue cloth, and that silver trophy certainly is glinting here in the floodlights. And the Arsenal players now move forward for what a night they will always remember. And applause all round the ground, and I may tell you this, the Kop too, away to the right, are applauding Arsenal, and the cup is raised by Tony Adams. The championship cup, the championship trophy belongs to Arsenal, and to a man away to the right, Jim, the Kop, that shows them, I think, stature. The Kop applaud Arsenal.
That's right, yes. Oh, they like the football on Merseyside. They don't just like Liverpool, they like football here. And I think they acknowledge that Liverpool have only had one challenge this year in the league. There's only been one challenge that's really sustained all the way through. Nottingham Forest have been thereabouts, but the real challenge has come from this team here from North London, and they've proved victorious when it mattered. And I think they've acknowledged that they've come into our backyard and taken our cup away from us, haven't they?
So at the moment then, the Arsenal team on the centre circle being photographed by a forest of photographers. All the photographs you'll see in your national papers tomorrow. They are jubilant, and why not? The Silver Championship trophy belongs to them. My word, they've had to work hard for it. At times they seem to have thrown the chance away by some indifferent results at Highbury. There was nothing indifferent about Arsenal tonight. They showed great courage, great character and great skill. The final scoreline here, Liverpool 0, Arsenal 2, and the champions are Arsenal Football Club. From us all